Hello and welcome to the QC Skits podcast. I'm your host and president of QC Skits, Lorenzo Walton. To my right, I have Secretary of QC Skits, Drew Covert.
Lorenzo, you know what really pisses me off?
Tell me.
There are people out there.
Across the table.
Just people.
Absolutely.
You can't speak.
You're not allowed to talk. You should have read the...
And do not apologize
script.
because that's talking.
We did not tell him about
Also,
the script.
Janae's talking before we introduced her.
Right.
Should have looked through.
We're starting this
Right
over.
from the top.
We're starting this over.
Hello and welcome to the QC Skits podcast. I'm your host and president of QC Skits, Lorenzo Walton. To my right, Drew Covert.
You know what pisses me off?
What, Drew?
The dishwasher's running.
Yeah. Across from him, we have normal girl on YouTube, Janae Creecy. How you doing?
I'm getting lit as fuck tonight, y'all. I have Everclear tequila and Arbor Mist in my cup. Let's fuck shit up.
Where are you going tonight?
Nowhere.
Okay. And then in our, what's it called?
Permanently impermanent.
In our permanently impermanent fourth chair, we have actor extraordinaire Chris Fitzpatrick. How you doing?
I'm doing great, man. I'm glad to be here.
Chris, why do you want to be here?
Why do I want to be here?
Great question. Fantastic question.
I want to show David up. I want to have a better podcast than David.
Very difficult
That's
thing to
gonna
do.
be rough.
You're a very quiet person.
He got a laugh. He got a laugh on the introduction. You haven't done that.
Yeah, you're kind of just here at this point.
So far, you're totaling 0 laughs. He was already at 3. You got to step it up, Chris.
Damn.
So let's talk about what QC Skits is up to. Can you guys fill them in?
We posted part 2 of That's the Guy,
We sure fucking did.
which is the same exact video, but with a guy with an umbrella.
More people,
Who's
of
not
course.
even in QC Skits.
Yeah. We're going to get into our next segment, and let's talk about the news. Who wants to go first?
I think Janae wants to go first.
Kylie Jenner is allegedly...
We got to drink less, people.
pregnant, y'all. She's apparently 4 months pregnant, which means she's supposed to have a baby bump at this point. But I looked at a lot of pictures.
She's 20 years old.
She's 20 years
She's
old.
20?
She's fucking
Travis Scott.
Travis
quick
Scott,
with
who's
it.
very ugly.
He looks like a worm.
She picks the ugliest rappers. Like, what the fuck, man?
Yeah, like
But
Tyga,
he
Travis.
lit, though.
I mean,
And that's all you
I
need.
do
That's
like
all you
his
need.
music. I do like his music.
It's honestly all you need is to be lit. and
Do
be
y'all
a-
think she's really pregnant?
No.
I hope.
I don't believe
I think
it,
she
no.
probably, if a baby comes in, 5 more months, it's probably going to be like what are they called? Starts with an S.
Surrogate baby?
There you go.
I mean, if they
Yeah,
do,
Kim Kardashian said she was looking for a surrogate.
if she does have a baby, she's not going to, I don't know, she's going to have Kylie Jenner genes, which isn't the plastic surgery, which isn't the...
Exactly.
Because it's a she, right? That's what
Yeah.
they said. It was...
They said
How
it's
would
a
they
girl.
know? It's
Yeah,
4
I
months
think-
in.
Right.
Got abort
No,
it
4
quick.
months, you know.
That's the least offensive I've ever heard someone say it's a she, right? In the last 6 months. So good on us for
I got it. It took me a second.
that. Those are the best kind of jokes when nobody laughs, but then 3 seconds later someone goes, "Oh, I get it."
Who's got the next news story?
I think Chris does.
All right, there is a film coming out called Call Me By Your Name.
Why does everybody
keep
come
bringing
in
in
with
with
goddamn movies? We don't give a shit about
And
that.
100% of people who bring
We don't
in
give a
movies
shit.
has
Let's
the news
drop
stories.
that shit. Fuck all of it.
Drop it.
Who next?
Cut it
Damn. Boom, boom, boom,
We
boom.
cut it out before we even put it in. It's very efficient.
Drew, what you got?
Well, this is what's really bothering me about PC culture today. You see the left wing. No, that's not my news story. What should my news story be? Do you guys want to
Talk
talk about
about
North
the
Korea
iPhone.
again? Oh, let's talk about that iPhone. That iPhone looks nice. I know there's someone in this room who thinks that it doesn't look nice, but there's no button. It's just a full
I'm just
screen.
looking at the goldfish.
Yes, there is goldfish in the room, and you do want to eat it, but it's not yours. So yeah, the new iPhone looks nice, and it's not a movie, so I win. Next.
True.
I
you
saw-
do win.
Someone said, would you rather have 1,000 Krispy Kreme donuts or one iPhone?
One
1,000
iPhone.
Krispy Kreme.
You will die.
1,000 Krispy
You will
Kreme.
actually die.
I
and
would
they'll all
freeze
go
them. I would freeze them.
She just came prepared.
Right.
So prepared. I would freeze them.
Simple.
Wow.
It's just 4 a day.
Y'all know the iPhone 8 is literally the Samsung Galaxy S6.
I know, it's great because it's actually made by Apple.
Ooh.
No, because when the 8 comes out, 2 years later, the fucking 12's gonna come out, and everyone's phones are gonna malfunction. My phone doesn't do that.
What's your math? You think 8 plus 2 equals 12?
Because the Samsung X or the iPhone X
over
is the
my
iPhone
head.
10.
Yeah, they skipped 9.
They skipped 9, so I'm figuring that it'll be like the 12 when they come out with the next phone.
Works for me.
Thank you, bitch.
Let's move into our next segment. Segment, guys, we're gonna start Alcoholics Anonymous next. No, as you guys know, we are an irascible group, and we're
You can
prone
say
to,
irascible, but not segment.
you know, some of the English vernacular just gets to me.
What's your major again?
Spanish. As you guys know, we are an irascible group, and we are prone to get angry quick. So I'm putting 30 seconds on the clock for us to rant and lament about whatever we deem worthy.
You are making such an effort to touch me with your feet. She is laying down. Her ass is not even on the seat. She's just full stretching it. Like she's about to run in the Olympics or some shit.
Janae, how's the foot fetish videos going?
Oh, not good.
That's her way of advertising. She just walks up and touches random people with her feet. Be like, hey, you like that?
I need a pedicure
Subscribe.
actually, so if someone wants to pay for it, please do.
Your sugar daddies won't even give you money. What makes you think your
They
podcast
really
listeners
won't.
will give
And
you
that's
money?
what my rant is about. 30 seconds on the clock, please.
Someone's got to do it because Chris is you.
Hey, Ozzy, can you pass me my phone?
30 seconds on the clock. Janae, are you ready?
Yes.
And away we go.
I am sick of my sugar daddies. I have 2 of them right now, and they're both bitches. Okay, listen up. One of them, he was very nice. He was sending me money like every goddamn day. Loved him a lot. His girlfriend came back from Maine. He neglects me. Neglects. And then I had another sugar daddy, and he was very nice to me, sending me lots of money. Find out he has a girlfriend too. What the fuck? And guess what, bitches?
What?
I have a story to tell, but it's not going to go into the rant, so it just has to go
3,
over, okay?
2,
So this is
1.
where we're going to start it.
That's 30 seconds.
This is the start
No
of
one
the
wants
story.
to hear it. We're
Listen
done.
to
I
the
am
goddamn story.
intrigued.
Listen. I had sent him a screenshot of $1.32 in my bank account. So the sugar daddy sent
Buy a
back,
house in New Jersey.
oh,
That's what
help
Jay-Z taught
me,
me.
because he only has $44 in his bank account. And I was like, okay, when you get paid, bitch, blah, blah, blah. We talk. And I'm like, he's like, oh, yeah, but I'm going on vacation next week. I said, how are you going on vacation with $44 in the bank? He says, I may have multiple accounts. So he showed me the account that has the least amount of money, like a lying-ass bitch. What the fuck? I am sick. And then tonight, I found a sugar daddy on Twitter, Snapchatted him for like 2 minutes, and I was like showing him my titties, showing him my pussy. He said he was gonna send me $90 for it. Where's the $90?
$90 for the pictures?
For like, we were like live chatting. Like
Why'd
video
you
chatting.
send it first?
Well, it was a video chat.
That's just dumb business.
Sounds like you're bad at what you
It
do.
was dumb, and he ended up like blocking me afterwards.
Damn. Damn.
So
Were
what
they
the
that
fuck?
ugly?
What the fuck? He was actually very cute. He looked like Simon Cowell, but he
That's
didn't
not what I
speak good.
asked. Thank you.
It wasn't pictures. It was like a live chat, like a video chat between
You
me
can
and
send
him.
money. It's Snap Cash.
I know.
But you
I'm
didn't do
just,
it.
You
I'm
didn't
just
do
being
it.
fucked over, left and right.
Seems like you're giving them the product and then saying, "Okay, pay me."
Because I feel like there's still good people in the world, but I guess
Okay.
there's not.
All right, Chris. There's 30 seconds on the clock.
You know what? It's 30 seconds right now.
Yeah, are you ready?
Boom, let's get it, man.
And away we go.
So I want all y'all niggas to know why I couldn't do my current events. All right? All right. It was my turn, and I was ready for current events. I had them popping. I was ready. Ain't nobody say, oh, Chris, you ready for your current events? Nah. Ain't nobody let me know about nothing. You know what? I'm not ready for this. I'm not ready.
Chris,
You know?
what's your current events?
It's too late now.
You have to
It's
say
too-
in the rest of your 30 seconds.
You have
in the
2 seconds
rest.
left.
I have to.
You're done.
That's a very interesting news story, and I'm glad you brought it up because the problem with the ooh-ahs is they
Wait,
just
I thought we gave
don't know
you a
how to.
chance to say it.
Yeah, then he started talking about movies.
Oh yeah, your ugly ass movie.
Yeah, my ugly ass movies. Damn.
It's not
Walk my
current,
ass
man.
home with them ugly ass movies.
Please do.
I saw on Netflix today they have First They Killed My Father, and like a bunch of people were like, "Oh, that's such a good movie, Angelina Jolie's new movie." Angelina Jolie ain't even in it. It's about these Cambodian boys.
Well, I don't know
give
shit
a
about
fuck.
no damn
I
movies.
don't think you said
Talk
that
about
right.
movies no more. That's off the table. What else we got?
How do you say that word again?
Cambodian.
You said Cambodian.
Cambodian.
That's not how it's pronounced.
Cambodian.
That's the closest one you've said so far.
Cambodian.
Chris, are you really mad about the movie
Cambodian.
thing?
You know what? I think I'm over it now. I think that rant really helped. Like, you know, I feel better. I feel a lot better.
Drew, there's 30 seconds on the clock.
Okay.
You ready?
No.
Shit. Next segment.
Wait.
And away
I'm ready.
we go.
2K18 came out or whatever. I've been playing it. It's fun. It's you got to grind. Like, it's not an easy game to reach like the highest overall or whatever. But there's these fucking cutscenes, man. And like they're great. They're well done or whatever. But you can't skip them. Every single time you go into your house, there's your weird fucking Asian friend who's there eating Rice Krispie Puffs. Like blah 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 for 5 fucking minutes before you can do anything. Every time you go into a game, you have to sit next to your bench warmer friend who just sits there and complains about how many shots he doesn't get to put up. And then by the time you play the game, you don't even want to play anymore.
It's 30 seconds. It's 30 seconds.
I thought we talked about 2K18 last time.
There's just so much we can get into about 2K18. It's possessed my entire life for the past 2 weeks.
I watched that. Speaking of possessed, I watched that.
The least important part.
That Haunted
Took
by
like the one word with the
2K18
least meaning in that sentence.
by Aaron Allen.
Oh, Haunting.
Oh, okay. Yeah, shouts out to Coach Allen, man.
Yeah,
His hair
shouts out
looked
to Aaron
amazing
Allen.
in
Yeah.
that video.
His hair always looks
His
amazing.
looking
Aaron
big
is an
is a
attractive
I
man.
need to know his
routine.
routine.
I think it's
Yeah.
can too. I
think
think it's
Can too?
Mm.
I have their conditioner. It's
Leave-in
great.
conditioner. Yeah. It works wonder. Chris Morgan also uses can too.
Oh, does he?
He's got the nice twist going
He's
now.
got some
It's
pretty
looking
good
good.
twists.
Yeah.
Hey, excuse me, sir. Can I order some can too? Sorry, no can too.
All right, we're going to go to the next segment. Segment we do every week, people. Let's get it together. It's I don't want to do the potato one because that's just dumb.
That was a really dumb.
Yeah.
It's actually really great because you don't have anything else to talk about.
Let's just stick to the one that we do every single episode.
You're right. Let's do yelling at the top of our lungs.
Okay. I am sick.
Great segment. Let's move to the next one.
Let's do some reader emails.
Let's do some emails.
But before we do that, Janae, how's your week going?
Ugh, I don't want to hear about it. Chris, how's your week going?
We already asked Chris. Lorenzo, how's your week going?
All right.
Damn it.
Chris, you've already had enough time. Lorenzo.
You talk so much.
Too much. Too much. Meaning to talk to you about it. My week's great. It's fantastic. I went to the meeting this morning and it was just me and Alex, so it was going fantastic.
See,
What meeting?
There's this thing
No
called
one
QC
actually knows
Skits.
our meeting dates. I don't.
I
think.
noticed that, and
If
I don't
you
think we
said
have
morning.
recurring.
I'm not going to that.
It was
shit.
4 o'clock, 4 p.m.
That was
morning.
morning to me.
Yeah,
that
'cause I was
morning
open.
to
I
me.
could have went.
No, I have class on Fridays, 11 to 12, so I could have gone. To
I
that.
woke up at 2 and then I saw you like, oh, no one's at the meeting. I was like, I could go. I'll just wait till they ask me to come.
Nah, I was hoping we could cancel it anyway because I was gonna fall asleep there. But then me and Alex, we went over his script. It was really funny. Then we watched Uno the movie.
Uno the movie.
Uno the movie. It's the movie
Wow.
he's always talking about. The shit's hilarious.
Is it about
Wow.
the card game?
It's these.
Is it an animation or like?
It's like they're playing the game Uno online. And it's just these people making fun of each other while playing the game. And I was like, this isn't going to be funny. How long can I watch people play Uno? 30 minutes before I turned it off.
Is there actually like
How long is it, though?
disposition or is it they're just playing?
What do you mean?
Like, was there an actual like story to it?
No, just no story.
It's trash talk. Like,
Just trash talk for 30 minutes.
okay.
Isn't that made by like the Rooster Teeth people or something?
I don't know who that is.
Okay, moving on.
So let's hit us with some questions. We'll go to the audience real quick.
We don't like the audience tonight.
Does the audience have any questions for us?
Does the audience have rainbow fish?
I have to fart, and I was really thinking of turning my butt into the microphone.
Turning your butt into that'd be pretty impressive. If you can turn your butt into a microphone.
I'm sick of Drew and his jokes.
I'm sick of Janae.
I'm sick of.
I'm sick of Chris. He came in here. He said he was going to be better than David.
And
Hasn't even tried.
All he did was rant about us. Like, that's not how you get in good with
You
us.
lost a lot of weight, Chris. Tell us how you
Yeah.
did that.
Yeah, shouts out to Chris.
Well, my diet.
You look a
consists
little bit
of noodles.
not
Can you
good.
just let the man fucking talk?
My
Well, I'm
diet-
looking at him right now, and you look a little bit emaciated.
I'm sorry, Chris. What does that even mean?
Explain.
I've been eating ramen noodles since I
What?
don't have a
What
meal
flavor?
plan. Chicken.
Boring.
Why don't you eat food?
and sriracha?
Like, why don't you get
Ooh,
rice?
yeah.
Get
I
you
don't
some
know
rice.
how to cook.
Get you a rice cooker.
And
Ramen
it's
is
very
totally
difficult.
unhealthy for you. Just get some rice.
I
This is
love
Lorenzo.
ramen.
This is
Ramen is
Lorenzo.
my favorite meal.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so
She's also
I'm
living
struggling with the
unhealthy.
protein right now, but I'll get on it soon.
You should come and eat with me sometime.
I don't know
always
about that.
say
Also
it-
eats
Keep in
ramen.
mind, Janae's the only person in the entire world who went vegetarian and gained weight. So just keep that in mind.
I am. I'm not saying anything. I'm
Wait,
just
Chris,
wanting
what was
to know
that
your
face?
diet plan. No, but every day
Interesting.
I say, "Who wants to eat with me?" Nobody says anything.
That's bullshit. I eat with you like once a week.
I got food poisoning when I ate with you. They sent me home from work.
What did you eat?
Cut that out.
So I don't eat that.
Cut that
She
out.
took me to Nacho Wednesday, and then I was
Don't-
throwing up at work.
Don't talk bad about Nacho Wednesday.
It wasn't good.
Come to Salsaritas with me. Fuck up some nachos, and we'll get it.
Alrighty.
Was
I'm
that
down
to
for
anyone
Get,
listening? Or
no,
is that just
but
to Chris?
listen, you can get your protein from beans, from
Beans.
lentils,
You can get it from tuna.
tuna,
Cheap.
Peas actually have a lot of protein.
You
in
know where else you can get protein, Chris? A cheeseburger. Tell me
can't.
which one will you enjoy more? A cheeseburger or some fucking
How
tuna?
much? How much is
Look
a
at
can
him.
of beans?
You're right.
How much is a
can
cheeseburger?
of-
Is 99 cents at McDonald's.
A can of beans is 56 cents at Walmart.
You right? Fuck it up.
Go to McDonald's, get a cheeseburger. Go to Walmart, get some beans. Boom, full meal.
Really, they have a McDonald's in the Walmart. Get your boat.
This is true. They do have a
I thought it was
Yeah.
a Subway.
or-
Nope.
It's
That's
a
different.
McDonald's.
It's different for every Walmart.
Yeah.
Yeah. They actually have a Subway across from Walmart.
Yeah.
That
At the
has
gas
McDonald's,
station, yeah.
They actually have a Subway that takes you between the Subway and the McDonald's.
They have a Taco Bell near Walmart too. Taco Bell, KFC.
KFC.
Chris,
yeah.
I've been thinking, because this question's been plaguing me for a while.
The one that you just looked up on my phone.
Actually, no. It was going to be, Chris, what do you like better, Chick-fil-A or Bojangles? Because if you've been listening to this
shit.
podcast,
Right.
If
That's
you've been
the
listening to this podcast, you know the right answer. So let's see.
I actually don't even
I
remember
will
what it is.
say Chick-fil-A.
that is the correct answer.
Congratulations,
That
Chris. You
is
win.
the wrong
You're
answer.
you're officially better than David Williams. You already did it.
You made it.
No.
Finally.
Does Chick-fil-A have dirty rice? Does Chick-fil-A have biscuits all day?
You know that rice is dirty because they clean it up off of the floor. So
And it's fucking delicious. If it didn't have sausage in it, I'd still be eating it to this damn day.
Does Bojangles have Chick-fil-A sandwiches?
I don't think they do. I don't
Do
think
they have waffle
Janae.
fries?
But
You
their
can check
honey
their menu,
mustard
but I don't think
fucks
they
my
do.
ass up. At Bojangles?
In a good way?
In a good way.
See, I thought she had the shit. She had diarrhea.
That's what I
man.
heard.
I think that's what she means by in a good way,
No,
actually.
actually, don't eat Bojangles if you're on your period. This is for all the guys out there because
you.
your stomach will hurt.
Is this true?
I thought I was having contractions.
Last time I was on my period, this was not the case. But then again, anything to get you off of Bojangles.
And on to that period.
I'm laughing because our audience is laughing.
Oh, man.
Can I ask a question?
No.
Why Chick-fil-A?
Because he's
Chick-fil-A.
right. Next.
I want Chris to answer. He needs the talking time.
Why Chick-fil-A? I like the Chick-fil-A
was that?
sauce. I have to think about this stuff because it's hard. It's hard. I respect you guys for this now because I'm like, fuck. But anyway, why Chick-fil-A? I like Chick-fil-A sauce. I like that they come and get the Chick-fil-A meal really quickly. The line is really quick. I see Drew over here giving me hand gestures like.
No, I just love
speed
you
it
over
up.
here talking like a
Has-
president. You have the
Has
thumb.
Chick-fil-A
Oh,
ever given you anything for free?
Never, but neither has Bojangles.
Bojangles always gives me something for free.
All right.
They
But
don't
that
give
doesn't-
me anything for free. So
Maybe you're not being nice to them. Maybe you didn't show enough tit.
Or enough smile.
yeah, I probably should show more tit. I
And
think
smile.
You
that
really
would-
should.
Tape a smile to your tit.
Right. I
Boom.
like that team.
There's a nipple instead of the nipple. It's just a smile. That's a win. Fucking
baby.
win.
All right.
Get a medium fry.
We're going to get to our next segment, questions. Question from our audience. He says, Juicy Skits, love the show. Reddit,
Aw.
what? Oh.
Cut that out.
That needs to be a stupid forever. Can we like incorporate that into the theme song?
Never. QC Skits, what video games are you currently playing that are worth checking out this weekend?
2K18. It's
Can't-
horrible. Please play it.
Candy Crush Soda.
And why do you still play Candy Crush in 2017?
I'm on level 1,431.
That didn't answer the question. You just said,
No friend.
That's the answer.
Chris, what are you playing?
I haven't played video games since I was 13.
Oh,
He's better
so
than us.
Look who's a loser now.
Those are the facts. I mean, well, no, I've played. What was the jungle app where the guy was running?
Temple Run.
Temple
Temple Run. Yeah, I used to play that a lot.
I got addicted to that.
Yeah.
I got
I've never
Who
addicted to
played
didn't get
that.
addicted? It was that and
really
Flappy
good.
Bird. Those two.
I never got Flappy Bird.
I
never
loved
got
Flappy
Flappy
Bird. That shit had me fucked up.
As you guys know, my
I got to like 103 on that.
And you got a
Fucked
buzz
up.
from it?
Yeah, that shit got me fucked up.
All
This
the way
terminology,
up.
the first the Bojangles got you fucked up. Now it's
No,
it's
it
Flappy
Bojangles
Birds.
teared her ass up.
okay.
I'm getting drunker by the second, so I think we should wrap it
I
up
don't think
soon.
anyone
We only
is
answered one
surprised.
question.
We
How
are.
long has this been?
It's been 20 minutes.
Are you serious?
Yes.
It's felt like forever. Chris, what are you doing? Okay.
Fucking up. That's what I'm doing.
What I love about the whole rotation where we have a new guest every episode is whenever the episode's bad, we can always blame them. And we always do.
Every time.
True.
Chris
This is
Fitzpatrick,
true.
worst guest we've ever had.
Fuck me, man.
No.
Come on, guys. Let's tear that ass up.
Okay, ask the next question. I'm ready.
QC Skits. What are some red flags on people's dating profiles? It got quiet.
I
Oh, yeah, that's true.
recently rejoined Tinder to find somebody to have a threesome with me and my boyfriend.
Because you met your boyfriend on Tinder.
I met him on Tinder, yes, and we're trying to find a girl to join us.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw this one girl, and I was like, "Oh, she's kind of pretty." And I was swiping through her photos, and then there was a picture of a guy, and then there's a picture of her and her guy, and they were like, "We're just a couple trying to spoil a girl," and I was like, ugh.
Get in on that.
I should have gotten in on
What are you
that.
talking about?
Why
I
not?
should have, but I was looking for someone for me and my boyfriend.
What's your type in women?
Well,
My
fuck Sean.
type in
Leave Sean out of
women-
this. You had a good thing going for you. Get
My
Sean out
type
of
in
it.
women is white with big titties.
Okay.
And Sean wants a girl that's like black with a fat ass, and that's just.
And
not
I was
me.
telling Janae, get a mixed girl with both, and then you win.
Mixed people are, no offense, very ugly.
That's incorrect.
That is very incorrect. Have you seen Steph Curry?
Ugly,
Have you seen his wife?
ugly.
All right, we're just getting into a tasting at this point. QC Skits, you are invisible for the next 24 hours. What's your plan?
Taco Bell.
You just waste.
Girls' locker room, man. Dude, I get to see so much titties.
Chris, we're on you. Titties and Taco Bell.
Titties and Taco Bell.
I would attend a QC Skits meeting.
That's
I feel like that's how you
idea.
always attend QC Skits meetings.
It
Lorenzo?
is.
Shots fired.
Can I say Cheyenne was talking to me about how like she used to hate me when
Naturally.
I first joined.
Do you
QC
have a
Skits?
friend that didn't start off hating you?
No.
No, that's not a thing.
And I was like, I don't even remember like noticing her ever. Like she was always in the back, like minding her own as business.
That's not true.
I
While we're
never
on the
hated
topic,
her, though.
While we're on the topic of people hating Janae, when I first met Janae, I fucking hated her.
I know you
Because I
did.
came in, it was my first meeting, I had all these great ideas. My
Yeah.
best idea was this is when the mannequin challenge was popular at the time. We were going to do a mannequin challenge at a Parkinson's center. And I thought it was great. Lorenzo thought it was great.
That was
Everyone
a
I
great-
showed
that
thought
was
was
a
great.
good idea.
Janae would say, "Oh, this is going to offend people. This isn't PC enough." I wanted to strangle her. I've never met her before, and I wanted to strangle her.
That was the peak of my social justice warrior-ness.
You're on the decline now?
Yeah.
Been on a steady decline for a while.
Yeah.
Like
I
that time
never
that you
hated Drew ever. I thought he was very nice.
Chris, what was your first impression of
Now
the,
I feel like an asshole. This
Of
is
who?
great.
of the club?
Of the club.
Yeah.
I thought the club. At first I thought that the club was gonna be full of a bunch of like really nerdy
White people.
white people.
That's
Yes,
what I thought when I
exactly.
joined. I was like, oh, I'm going to a room
And,
full of white people.
I was very surprised. I saw Janae and I was like, oh shit, okay, they got a cute girl.
I saw
She's
Janae
very
first. I was
sexy.
like, okay, it's a token.
I'm gonna stay. And then later on, I'm like, damn, she mean as fuck.
Yeah. That's us.
Oh shit.
You're
But
right.
no, it's a great club, great people. I recommend other people to join.
The first
don't need
time,
too
the
many
first time I
members.
realized I was gonna enjoy QC Skits was like when Lorenzo walked in for the first meeting. He made some reference about how he wanted to kill himself. I was like, all right, I'm
Sounds
just
like
feeling
me.
great.
Romance right here.
Sounds like
This
me.
is gonna be it. This is a match made in heaven. I've already tried earlier today.
I don't know if it's ever serious, so I just the laugh just like
It's like, please don't.
yeah. Like,
Should I leave?
Should I help him?
Yeah, right. Should I help him? Like, just
Is that what he wants?
Okay. What's a 10 out of 10, but you would never recommend it?
What?
It's
What is a 10 out of 10, but you would never recommend it?
yeah, maybe like a suicide.
My wife. Huh.
you could have came better with that.
I just want you guys to know
What did she-
that every single time I make a horrible joke, I
It's
just
on
chug
purpose.
this shit. Yeah. It's like an immediate punishment for me every time I make a bad joke. It's horrible.
What are you chugging?
I'm chugging some reinvigorated life water.
It looks like Orange Crush.
It might be Orange Crush. It might be Orange
High C or
Phantom mixed with
something like that.
Everclear. You never really know what's going on.
You never know.
You never know. The world is crazy.
And shame on you for assuming. Are you assuming my drink?
You're right. You're right. You're right.
What's a musical masterpiece?
It's a song that is made by a master.
Take another chug.
I would have to say.
I was being factually accurate. You asked what is a musical masterpiece. I defined musical
We're sick
masterpiece.
of your ugly jokes.
That wasn't a joke. That was an answer.
That's gonna need a chug,
Musical
man.
masterpiece, Rock Star by Hannah Montana.
Incorrect.
So good.
Fictitious.
I'm unusable. I can't
Stop.
sing.
I'm gonna bring
You
up.
just found out.
I'm gonna bring up a musical masterpiece that I was just reintroduced to for the first time in 6 years. It's a song by Spose called "I'm Awesome."
How does that go?
I'm awesome. No, you're not, dude. Don't lie. I'm awesome. Drive around in my mom's ride. I'm
Can
awesome.
we mute his mic?
Only I can mute my mic. Oh, the power.
Did you look up a song?
I did.
What's it called?
It was the Bittersweet Symphony by The Verve.
I don't know any of these people. Everybody knows.
I'm pretty
Hannah
sure you
Montana.
you recognize.
Yeah,
one
it's
of
from
those
the
songs.
A$AP Rocky song.
Yeah. But just like the original band, like
Can
Yeah,
you
but
sing
who
it for
cares about
us?
the original?
Can you sing it for us?
I cannot.
Can you hum it?
I love how he cleared his throat to do that.
Can you hum it?
I might be singing. I might be humming
Mute
the
his
wrong
mic.
song. The wrong song, I think so.
Yikes. A$AP hasn't put out anything in a while.
He
He
was
came
just
out with Cozy Tapes. With his
Cozy
boys.
Tapes 2. Yeah.
Is it an album, a mixtape?
It's an album.
album with the A$AP.
Then he
Mob.
just did a couple songs with Cardi B. Not a couple. He did one.
He's done a few features, but he hasn't
His
put out
features
his own
is out.
single album. And to be honest, I didn't love Long Live A$AP. I thought it was very ugly. Very ugly.
At long last.
Turtles emails
I don't
us.
think anything has topped his first mixtape.
Yeah, that mixtape was
Yeah.
just.
Turtles emails QC Skids as you can. Just email yourlocaldumpster@gmail.com. And Turtles asks, what is something really stupid that you believed when you were younger? God. Next.
Wow.
My father.
You don't have to drink, man.
Wait, your father.
You
Was
thought,
he- did he
by
not
that you
exist?
mean like you thought your father existed. Lorenzo, you're too quick for the. I have to drink now.
He's gone now.
Damn, I was about to,
He never came back.
oh shit. I was gonna say Santa Claus, but I mean, shit.
Y'all, I met Santa Claus and I met the Easter Bunny, so don't fuck with that shit.
What?
I met your
Don't-
dad.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I guess he is
He goes
alive.
around introducing himself as Janae's dad who abandoned her.
No,
Hi,
that
nice to
shit was
meet you.
so awkward because he used to like pick up and drop off my stepsister at her high school. We didn't go to the same high school, and everybody at her high school knew me as his daughter. And I'm like, how do you fucking know me? How do you know my dad? I guess we look alike, but like that's still kind of fucking weird.
He has a huge head too.
Yes,
Okay. Lorenzo,
and
hit
big
us
old
with
titties.
big old titties. Your dad's got big old titties. Shoo.
What was that noise?
Shoo. Shoo. Lorenzo, hit us with the next question.
Put it in intro.
Ew.
If you.
True.
Shoo. That's like the quintessential redneck noise. I'm surprised none of you actually
I
it
have
makes sense.
never
Never
heard
heard
of
that
that ever.
Me, I tell you what, man, you put some pigs down there in that pen, shoo, they'll be making babies.
That is not gonna get him fucked tonight.
Shoo, guess I got away for another time.
Oh shit. Now I'm thinking about it like, shoo.
I'm sick.
Hey, girl, you want to fuck? Shoo, guess I'll try next time.
I'm gonna start saying that all the time.
Please don't.
Oh shit.
Shoo.
I'm done. Is it hot in here?
If you could choose
It's just me.
between knowing when you die,
Go ahead and drink, man.
damn.
I'm
surprised.
spilling, so I don't think that's a good sign. Or it's a great sign. Depends.
If you could choose between knowing when you die or knowing how you die, which would you pick and why?
When?
When?
How?
Why?
I live a very boring life, so I assume that's gonna be me just sleeping and dying. So
You're like,
'cause,
I'll never
if
go
I know,
to sleep.
If I know I'm gonna die in my sleep, I'm gonna be terrified to go to sleep every
Exactly,
single night.
that's why I wouldn't
If
wanna know how.
If I know I'm
Okay.
gonna die on October 2023, I can get
Be
everything
ready.
planned. I can have a farewell tour. I
Yeah.
can be like, hey guys, I'm gonna die in a month. Why don't you guys go around and give me sympathy money?
I want
Yeah.
to change my answer.
I'm great.
Because you're exactly right. Like
Run
if
around
you're
knowing when
saying,
you die. Shoot.
Oh my god.
Caught me off guard this time.
Man, Janae is really drunk right now. I'm kidding.
You kept turning away while
I was
typing.
Can you add that to your next
Bit.
set?
Yeah.
How? I
You'll
just walk
figure
up
it
on
out.
stage
Next
and
time-
say, shoot, how's it going,
No.
guys?
Next time you perform a fucking bum fuck whatever we were, Hickory, start with that.
They'll relate too much. They'll be like, okay, this guy's speaking normal English.
You're like,
What's
I know
going
this
on?
guy. Okay, I know where he's coming from.
I laughed so hard. Can we talk about that? How there was a KKK member there?
Yeah, I did a show with a KKK member. It was great. No, so the first time I did a show in Hickory, I went up on stage, opened with this joke about how growing up in a large family is like growing up in a communist country. And the final punchline is it's most like a communist country and that it doesn't work. It's an anti-communist joke. But this drunk guy starts getting mad at me, calls me a Mexican-loving snowflake, tells me to get the fuck out of his country, blah, 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 blah. And then apparently when he's escorted out, he threatens to beat me up. And I didn't hear that. So when I get off stage, the host pulls me aside with the security guard and was like, this guy threatened to beat you up. We're going to have this guy look after you. I was like, I really don't give a shit. He was drunk. He's not going to do anything. But then the security guard was like, hey, man, I understand you must be a little nervous or something. Want to smoke some weed, feel a little better? I was like, yeah, sure, why not? I wasn't
That's the
nervous,
guy who I
but
wouldn't
who's
smoke
gonna,
weed with.
who's going to turn down weed? So he goes to his car. He comes back. He hands me a bowl. He's like, yeah, man, you don't got to worry about none of these people. They all answer to me. I'm the Grand Dragon of Catawba County.
Shit.
I was like, oh, I thought he was joking because we're at a comedy show, And then he starts talking about how long he's been doing it and shit. I'm like, oh, well, I guess I got greens. The meanest thing I could possibly do to this guy in this moment is smoke his weed. So why not do that,
That shit was brazy.
Yeah.
Drew said this story, and then 2-3 weeks later was like, who wants to go with me to Hickory?
I knew I had to bring some minorities so these people stopped messing with me. And
Terrible
it worked.
decision.
I came with Janae and
Brought
Cheyenne.
Janae.
They never talked with me.
Didn't Tanisha go?
Tanisha went. Cheyenne went.
Brought all the ethnic people. I was like,
All
Oh,
that.
wow.
they're not coming
Put
back.
everybody in danger.
Yeah,
So they stopped messing with
I
us.
have not been invited back since. So
They literally were saying racist jokes to our face. They were like,
Oh,
Cheyenne was taking some candy off the table and he was like, oh, you're stealing? Oh, that's not a black joke or anything because black people steal.
you see the difference is that
Suck
was
the
that was
shit out of
Evan. Evan
everybody.
was just being a dick.
No, that's being racist.
That dude's from Charlotte. He's not a Hickory guy.
Even
You
worse.
can be racist from Charlotte though.
That's impossible.
Chris, what's the most...
Shoo.
Shoo.
You can't be racist from Charlotte. Shoo.
Chris, what's the
Hanging
most
out with all the Mexicans.
Mexican lover?
Yeah, and he told me he apparently when he was ranting to one of my friends outside smoking a cigarette, he was like, yeah, these guys like him, they just do nothing, they just watch CNN all day and they just chill on the beaches of Charlotte. I'm like, all right, you're dumb.
Wait, which one is the liberal versus conservative? Because I always
What are you
get it
talking
mixed
about?
up.
Liberal-
CNN versus Fox.
Fox is conservative, CNN is liberal.
What do you identify
They would
as?
both have you believe they're both
I'm
moderate,
liberal.
but
Very liberal.
well, then that you probably like MSNBC best.
I don't watch the news. Chris, what's the most
I
racist...
watch all of them and hate watch all of them. It's so weird. I'm so out of the political spectrum. There's none of them that I can enjoy.
Chris, what's the most racist situation you've ever been in?
Oh, I want to know this.
One of the most racist. I was actually followed in my neighborhood. I live in a suburban neighborhood back home. And me and Jay were walking around the neighborhood, which is also a which is also a QC Skits member. And this old white woman gets in her car and she follows us around the cul-de-sac or whatever. And then we go to his house, and then his dad walks out and he's like, "Hey, you messing with my boys?" And she's like, "Oh shit!" And she like reverses the car and leaves. And then later on, my dad goes to the lady's house who was following.
Part of the story that I'm pretty sure I know this right. I just want to make sure. Your dad is white.
My dad is white.
Okay, I just want to make sure I knew that.
So then he goes to the lady's house, and she has the sheriff there, and he just comes up and he's like, "Hey, here's my son, and he wasn't doing anything wrong and stuff like that." And she's like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry." And all of a sudden her whole expression changed.
Thank God you have a white dad.
Because I had a white dad. So it's something that I don't know. I saw the difference in her face and the reaction. I was like 15, 14, something like that.
I was hoping it'd be like 8, 9.
Has lasted so long. I remember when I was living in Missouri. I lived in Missouri for 9 months, and I had a white stepsister, and we both went to the same elementary school. And my teacher came up to me, and she was like, "Oh, that's your sister, Jasmine." And I was like, "Yeah." And she was like, "Oh, you guys look just alike. Are you guys twins?" I'm like, "No, she's white. Like, we look nothing alike." And I knew that shit was racist,
I don't know if that's
I think
racist.
that's like too much not racist. Like, she's so not racist.
She's
didn't
like, I
notice.
don't see so much
racist
color.
that she's like, not racist.
She's so not racist. She's racist.
I would be with my white stepmom and my white stepsister, and people would be like, "Oh, are you adopted?" And it's like, "No, I'm not adopted. Like, remarried. My mom
It's
was
weird that
actually
people
on her
ask that, because I have actual adopted siblings that are like dark black. Like, they don't look anything like me. And no one ever goes like, "So what's going on? Like, what's the deal?" Like, people just kind of figure out that we're adopted. Like, I have never had people berate me with weird questions, besides like people who like I tell them stories about my brother, and then they meet him and he's black, and they're like, what's going on with this?
That was never me.
Like, when I was growing up, my dad, people would always think me and my dad were like, he was part of the Big Buddy program where they would get black kids and take them out and stuff like that, and they would like stop by and like, "It's so nice what you're doing with this young youth, this young urban kid,
There's always like little. There's always
he used to get really mad about it. Like every time now, like even when we're at a restaurant and then they're like, "Is this check together?" He's like, "Yes, it is together. This is my son. This is my son." Like really
we should
protective.
have him on the show.
He's a great guy. He'd love to be here.
We should have him on the show, but never you again.
Sexy.
Just your dad.
Yeah. Let's get him.
He gets that a lot. I mean,
That
he
he's
does.
sexy?
He does have a lot of like he tracks a lot of women.
He fucks a lot.
He fucks a lot as well.
How's your mom?
But he's
feel about
not
this?
a sugar daddy because he's
Not
broke.
a sugar daddy?
He ain't got no money,
Never
so-
mind.
Why are we even talking about this man?
He's a salt daddy.
I think he.
Splendid daddy. I'm trying to convince my boyfriend to fuck me, and he doesn't want to.
Happens every episode. It seems like there's a pattern going on.
Rant part 2.
Let's put 30 seconds on the clock.
You guys want to rant again?
Let's do more rants.
I'm good.
Sure. Man, what do you guys want to talk about?
We're at 50 minutes, so we can wrap this up if we want.
Oh, are we? That was quick.
I mean, at
seconds
20
ago, we were at
minutes,
20.
it was a lot. I was like, Chris isn't gonna make it.
Time flies when you're drunk.